Dear viewers, let me set a scene for you. A senior Maharashtra cabinet minister, an official government residence in Mumbai, paid for by your taxes, maintained by your taxes, meant for public service, and inside that residence, on a bed with liquor bottles and food nearby, an alleged intimate encounter, filmed, stored, and then 6 to 7 months later leaked to the press. Now here is where it gets complicated, because this story isn't just about what happened inside that room. It's about who recorded it, who leaked it, why they leaked it, now, and whether what you're watching on your news screen is justice or a weapon. The minister's name is Narhari Zirwal. He holds the Food and Drug Administration portfolio in Maharashtra. He is from the Ajit Pawar faction of NCP, and right now he is at the center of one of the messiest political storms Maharashtra has seen this year. Hello, I am Tejas and you are watching Honest Take with Lokmat Times. Before we move ahead with this story that has shaken Maharashtra politics, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Now, let's be very precise about what we know and what we don't, because in a story like this, the line between fact and allegation matters enormously. Multiple Marathi news channels, TV9 Marathi, Lokshahi, Sam TV, Times Now Marathi, Pudhari have all reported on a viral clip that allegedly shows Narhari Zirwal on a bed at what is described as his official government residence in Mumbai. With him is a trans woman identified as liquor bottles are visible, food is visible, another person is reportedly seen moving around the room. Every single channel covering this has used the word kathit, alleged. None have independently authenticated the video, and that word, alleged, is not formality, it matters. But here is what is not alleged. This video exists, it is circulating widely, it has reached every corner of Maharashtra's political and media ecosystem, and it has caused real political damage, regardless of what is ultimately proven. The clip is said to be approximately 6 to 7 months old, not from last week, not from last month, 6 to 7 months old, recorded in the past, sitting quietly somewhere, and then released right now, in the middle of the Ashok Kharat sex abuse scandal that is already rocking Maharashtra. Timed, you could say, with almost surgical precision. The trans woman in the video is identified as it is her brother, Ravi Yadav, who has spoken to media and is credited with bringing this matter into the public domain. According to reports quoting Ravi, and Zirwal allegedly had multiple intimate encounters over time. Had reportedly been seeking a position on a government transgender welfare board and had maintained contact with Zirwal partly through that pursuit. There is also a parallel legal angle. An extortion case is already registered against at Kurar police station in Mumbai related to threats and demands for money. So untangle what is happening here. We have a minister, a trans woman, an alleged ongoing relationship, an extortion complaint filed by or connected to Zirwal's camp, and now the trans woman's own brother releasing this video to the press. There are at least 3 different parties with 3 different possible motives in this story, and we don't fully understand any of them yet. Let's start with what is indefensible. If the video is real, you cannot use an official government residence like a private party space. That's not prudishness, that is basic accountability. That bungalow is not Zirwal's property, it is the state's property. It exists for the conduct of public service. And if a minister is using it for alcohol-fueled private encounters, regardless of who he is with, that is a misuse of public infrastructure. Full stop. Maharashtra Congress's PCC chief Harshvardhan Sapkal has called it obscene and unethical and demanded Zirwal's sacking. The channels covering it have used the phrase Shaskiya Banglaचा Durupyog, misuse of the official bungalow. Those aren't unreasonable reactions. But more than the optics, there is the security question. A senior cabinet minister, FDA portfolio, regulatory powers over food and drugs across Maharashtra, and he allegedly allowed himself to be in a position intimately in an official space with a person who, according to reports, later became the subject of an extortion complaint connected to him. Think about what that means. It means he was potentially compromised, potentially exposed to blackmail for months while holding a cabinet post. That is not a private failing, that is a governance failure. And this comes right on the heels of an ACB corruption case in his own department, where a clerk from his Mantralaya office was caught allegedly taking a bribe just weeks ago, and Zirwal had to publicly say he would resign if any link to him was found. This is a minister already living in a glass house, and the glass has been shattering piece by piece. Now, here is where the story turns, because whatever Zirwal did inside that room, the act of recording and leaking an intimate video without consent, is itself a serious wrong, full stop. And it deserves to be said plainly, not buried in fine print. Indian law, the IT Act, and now provisions of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita treats non-consensual sharing of intimate images seriously. It doesn't matter that the person filmed is a public figure. It doesn't matter that some might argue he deserves exposure. Recording someone in an intimate moment and releasing it without consent is a violation of bodily autonomy and privacy. Courts have recognized this, society should too. And then there is the trans woman in this video. She belongs to a community that already faces enormous stigma, violence and social hostility in India. Being suddenly thrust into a sensational political scandal, outed in the most sexualized, humiliating way possible, exposes her to threats, harassment and potentially physical danger. The media's repeated use of the word Tritiyapanthi, the replaying of thumbnails, the breathless coverage, none of that is neutral. It dehumanizes her. She is a person in this story, not a prop. Whatever one thinks of Zirwal did not sign up to be the centerpiece of a political takedown. Now step back and look at the full picture. In the last few weeks in Maharashtra, a godman named Ashok Kharath with deep connections to NCP Ajit Pawar figures gets arrested for serial exploitation of women. Then the chairperson of the Maharashtra State Women Commission, Rupali Chakankar, also from the Ajit Pawar camp, is caught on video washing Kharath's feet and is forced to resign under public pressure. And now, Narhari Zirwal, again Ajit Pawar's NCP, is hit with a leaked intimate video shot 6 months ago, released today. NCP leader Amol Mitkari has already gone on record questioning this. He has asked openly, why was a video recorded 6 to 7 months ago suddenly brought out now? That's not a fringe question. That's the only rational question to ask when you see this pattern. Is this political warfare? Is the Ajit Pawar camp being systematically targeted through leaked videos, timed releases, pressure campaigns by rivals within or outside the ruling coalition? Is this scandal a distraction from something larger that nobody wants you looking at? We don't have proof of a coordinated conspiracy. That needs to be said honestly, but we have a pattern. And the pattern is being noticed by people inside Maharashtra's political world, not just outside commentators. So here is my honest take. If this video is real, Narhari Zirwal has some serious answering to do, not about who he was with. That's his private life, but about where, about the security lapse it represents, about the extortion case connected to it, and about what this says about his judgment as a minister entrusted with public power. At the same time, whoever recorded this, whoever chose to release it now, whoever decided to weaponize an intimate moment for political ends, they have committed their own violation, and the trans woman at the center of this deserves protection and dignity, not to be treated as a scandalous footnote in someone else's political war. This story has layers, and the one thing that is certain is that not all of them have been shown to you yet. Watch carefully, ask who benefits, and don't let the loudest outrage stop you from asking the quieter questions. That's all for now on Honest Take. If this video makes sense to you, please share it, comment on it, and keep watching Lokmat Times for more such stories.